the way the character primarily plays. Here we go, first round of the NEOGEO World Tour Global Finals. Alright, yeah, so it's Song on the player one side with Shune K-Iori. Leona is being played by M-. Oh, there it is, the whiff punish, but it wasn't close enough. Shune, a character who got big buffs to his pressure with his forward B finally being cancelable on block. Hard knockdown. Shune, he can get safe jumps, he can get roll setups from that. There's a lot he can do with that knuckle. His 4D, one of the strongest anti-normals in the game. Fantastic conversion. You see how M- had to get that conversion pretty much with pinpoint precision. Great spacing being played by M- so far. Good blocks. Keeps himself safe. Oh, that close C would have been it had it not traded for sure. Oh, he didn't go for the anti-air follow-up. That would have been it. Max won't cancel. Chance for SSONG to pressure. Slight gap there. M- takes it with a crouch B, and Song's Shune is out of there. Here it is, the mirror match that the K-Dash fans of the world have been waiting for. What an opener with that forward standing D. You saw that expanded hitbox, the 3.0 hitbox. And you see, part of the mind game with K-Dash spacing is the way he has to use the Eins trigger to sort of either set up a projectile or an anti-air. Oh, M- gets opened up. Big chance for Song here. He's going to be able to convert. Super cancel. Not enough. What's the setup? Oh, he was looking for the DP there. Tried to roll away from it, and he was rolling backwards to allow the punish to be easier because of how far the Crow Bites travels. And there it is. Fantastic placement on the fireball. A little bit fortunate, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, but it works out for Song there with the fireball. M- landing right on it. Song still in this, very much so. Overhead. K-Dash can cancel from his overhead, but neither the overhead by itself or the minute spike afterwards is safe, so it's a very risky mix-up. Try to go for an instant overhead mix-up there, M-, but Song immediately rolling before the chance was even there. Oh, there's the far C of Leona's, one of the most notorious pokes in the game. Converts into a full combo, knockdown situation. Try to go for a cross-up. Song rolls back out of there again. A couple of back rolls now. I wonder if M- is going to start catching on to that as a pattern. Wow, a very brave DP. That was a read and a half. Max mode activated, uses the trigger with the plus frames. Gets the opening. Here's the Song. Is he going to super cancel? Decides to hold on to the meter. That is better because another hit will kill. He keeps up with the pressure. Ah, fantastic. He found the gap. M- showing his knowledge of his flagship character, DPing in the middle of that pressure. Song with just Iori left now with 2 meters. He can easily kill Leona if he lands a hit. Ah, doesn't quite convert after hitting underneath that projectile. It would have been a hit on him as well if he tried to go into max mode. Regains the space here after guard cancel rolling backwards. There it is. He's gonna need meter to kill though. Or no? Not just enough. Leona's 900 points of health. Not enough to survive that. Just about any character with a higher health value would have. The Song showing knowledge in that situation, potentially getting fortunate either way. Now SANWA M- fully stocked on meter. He's in a 2-touch kill situation. The Song not so much. He's gonna need to work with a lot more. Ooh, he was too far for that close C to connect, or the close C attempt rather. There's that 4D, notorious, still powerful despite nerfs. And he's going to go potentially for the extra follow-up, spending meter. No, he just goes for the climax cancel. Just about dead, but now he's in a situation where he needs a meterless combo to kill instead. And not enough. Not enough still. M- potentially with a chance here to come back. And sorry for the player mix-up here. Oh, Sano M- still in this. Super cancels. And he still has a meter left on deck to try to open him up with. Oh, the DP's blocked! M- makes the comeback and takes game 1. Absolutely clutch play towards the end there by M-. And you're seeing already the kind of level you can expect from this tournament all the way through. M-Dash puts his first point on the board. One more win and he advances into the next round. We're starting with the same team, same order again. M-Dash Shunei versus SSONG KAOHAI. Jump CD pressure. SSONG has been pretty good about dealing with Shunei so far, not allowing him the room to start the pressure that he's become so known for in 3.0. Try to go for the knuckle from afar. It is pretty safe. Oh, what a whip punish. And you can see there, Shunei, he gets very good meterless damage with hard knockdowns and with setups to match. There's a conversion. You can see that even just the meterless damage Shunei gets for a hard knockdown. Setup here, goes for an empty ear dash low. Almost Guilty Gear-ish mix-up there by M-Dash, and a much better start for him in this second match. SSONG's Leona is a far standing CD. Leona with her far CD, standing CD rather, and her far C, very, very good pokes, allow her to keep her space very, very well, and her C, a very good opener. Oh, that is the high-risk mix-up, but it does pay off. Leona can only convert with meter in that situation off that instant overhead. And M-Dash, he twitched, he was trying to get in there, and SSONG just kept up his pressure. He takes that round. M-Dash's K-Dash comes in now. M-Dash is his K-Dash cornered now, but a bit of a rough situation, but he managed to get out. Great placement on the projectile there by SSONG. Try to go for an ambiguous jump there. Good block by M-Dash. Planting those fireballs, try to space out Leona a little bit. No pressure allowed here. Very brave DP. Would have been a lot of damage had anything landed from there. Great anti-air trigger. And he gets the hard knockdown off that situation. He went for a meaty setup. SSONG, oh, there's the punish on that guard cancel CD. Big damage here. What's the mix-up going to be? Oh, he got the cross-up, but a big trade there by M-Dash. And a big risky mix-up on that max mode activation. Tense situation here. Second character for both. Oh, he backdashes all the way to the corner. Plants the trigger fireball right underneath the SSONG's jump. Very, very well placed. SSONG's Iori, who definitely flubbed the win a little bit towards the end with a very risky DP call at the end of the match. If he manages to take out K-Dash quickly here, we're going to have a very even situation with both life bars and meter. There it is. Iori versus Iori. Final round here. Both stocked on 4 meters. 2-touch kill situation for both players. Almost opened up there, just a little bit too far. Didn't trust a standing B to be able to connect into the maximum conversion there. No overhead attempts. Iori's overhead notoriously slow, but in tournament, you never know. First activation there. Oh, DP. Intermediate super cancel. Too high, though. The jump D a little bit high over Iori's very low crouch. The pressure tried to go over to the other side. Neither player really managed to establish pressure. There's the overhead. I was just saying. It might be slow, but in tournament, you never know. And the corner knockdown here for M-Dash favor. There's the opening. There it is. This should be it. M-Dash about to take this set, and he knocks SSONG into the loser's bracket. Disappointment for SSONG after being so close to winning game 1. And it wasn't too far out from game 2 either, but those are the kinds of differences at this level that create winners and losers. So that was the first set that we had here on this day in the NEOGEO World Tour Global Finals here at the Hong Kong Esports Festival. The next set we have coming up, I believe, will be VSLASH Freezer versus OSWALDACE. Freezer, the Moroccan champion who qualified in Kuwait. OSWALDACE representing Singapore. course, with that win, SANWA M- is going to take on VSLASH ZANTETSU in the second round, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The winner of this match, of course, is going to face the one of the other VSLASH representatives here, WHITEASH. VSLASH with 3 players in this bracket. Very strong up-and-coming fighting game team, and they have actually just recently started getting into other divisions as well with their newly opened CSGO team. Yeah, there's Freezer versus OSWALDACE. Freezer, of course, a veteran player. He's also participated. He would have been participating in KOF 98 as well had it been for KOF 2982 eliminating him in Kuwait. But he definitely qualified, showing very high levels of strength in Kuwait, defeating Buster Wolf in the grand finals at that time. The GCC's representative Terry in KOF 14. And of course, one of the stronger Terry, if not the strongest Terry and Gangil player around. Freezer is known for playing a lot of different characters. He has recently been most known for playing Shune, another character who's gotten very popular in the 3.0 patch. Alright, so here we go. The character picks have been locked in. Looks like we're about to get the first match started. Alright, looks like we're just button checking here as we just give the players a little bit of breathing room. Alright. OSWALDACE gives the okay, VSLASH Freezer gives the okay. Time for our second match here in the winners round 1 of the global finals. So I see OSWALDACE has locked in King and Kim already. Yeah, King, Kim, and Mature. Definitely a team of not very common characters. Kim, a very underrated character in my opinion right now, as we saw most recently in an event where both ET and XIAOHAI failed to make top 3, and the grand final had 2 Kims. But that was there. This is here. Shune, Hydern, and Leona. Now you want to talk about characters that have made a lot of people upset in this version of the game. Hydern, absolutely powerful zoner in this version of the game. His projectile has a property that no other has in the sense that it knocks you back, it knocks you down regardless of where it hits you, whether on the ground or in the air, which resets the zoning situation in Hydern's favor very favorably. It's just a huge advantage he has. He doesn't have necessarily the greatest normals for max mode conversions, but he manages to work it out just fine. Leona versus King to start out. King, a powerful zoning character in her own right, with a Venom Strike, of course, still very strong, despite losing the Air Venom Strike she was so famous for in 13. First opening here for Freezer, gets a decent amount of damage. Earring trying to come in behind it. OSWALDACE struggling to establish spacing in his favor so far. And of course, Leona, she can keep out King's projectiles very well, and that is what OSWALDACE is going to be facing as a challenge. The pressure here, and plus frames into Leona's very fast crouch C. Leona's D version of the slash there, not the fastest move, but it does give her very good frame advantage, and allows her to continue pressure with extreme ease. Mature coming in. Another strong space control character, if a bit unorthodox since she uses a very slow yet very large projectile for her style of zoning, as well as having her command jump, as you saw right in the beginning of the round. There it is. If she's managed to establish that, there it is. That's very good for getting over Leona's projectile. Max mode activated for Freezer. Good placement there. Overhead gets the knockdown. Pressure here by Freezer. Mature, not the strongest character defensively without max mode active. She's a character who benefits a lot from raw max mode activations, but OSWALDACE has not gotten to that route yet. There it is. There it is. Her EX projectile, very, very powerful for immediately closing down the space. Her EX DP as well, a strong defensive tool. Very, very safe at most distances, although throwable there or with punishable, as Freezer just showed us. Plants up projectile. OSWALDACE getting a little bit impatient here. OSWALDACE already down to just his Kim, a character who isn't great at dealing with projectile play, so he will have to do a lot of hard work to get back into this. Because even getting past Leona and Shun'ei, he still has to worry about Hyder in the back. There's a hard knockdown. Another one off the overhead. OSWALDACE has not been very accurate with blocking those so far. I don't think he's blocked one. Trying to find the opportunity. Almost got punished there. For standing D. One of Kim's best normals warming up max mode, but very whiff punishable. Look at that frame advantage being established, but OSWALDACE didn't bite that time. Yeah, that's not going to get him much here. Freezer showing a lot of patience. The main thing he needs to do, guard cancel CD to get the corner situation. There's the overhead. He needs to convert this. No, too quick. He needs to wait for that juggle. He needs to wait for that to juggle on both hits. OSWALDACE completely dropping that opportunity. And yeah, he got a little bit too impatient there, running right into that earring. Freezer just keeping his calm as he tends to do. Very controlled style of play. That's really what he's known for. All right, and OSWALDACE has elected to go into order select. And Freezer can reselect his order here by rule, and he has gone for Shun'ei up front. Maybe he's sensing a bit of weakness in the defense of OSWALDACE, and he's trying to go for rushdown style instead with Shun'ei so that he can try potentially to run him over to try to maybe abuse OSWALDACE's nerves a little bit. Immediate tornado kick opener, gutsy, at a distance where, if blocked, would definitely have been huge trouble for OSWALDACE. Standing D, still one of King's best normals despite not being able to hit crouchers. Very, very fast, great hitbox. That was a rough instant overhead placement there by OSWALDACE, and he's put himself into the corner on that landing punish, and all of a sudden this round is looking very, very bad for OSWALDACE after what was a good start. He used a close D, what seemed like a close D throw option select to try to throw Freezer into the corner, but King's close D with a lot of active and recovery frames, so he put himself in a situation where he was just whiffing himself to die. Freezer already with the advantage, and his Shun'ei pick definitely paying off so far. Oh, there's the opening for OSWALDACE. First chance he's really had to establish any advantage. Gets a throw. He's doing a lot of early jump normals. I'm not sure what he's potentially reading with those, but he's putting himself into a lot of trouble with that and costing himself advantage. Oh, the EX missing the second hit there. Strange situation there for Freezer. Yeah, and that's the big buff Shun'ei got in 3.0, being able to cancel that on block, allowing him to continue pressure. There's a knuckle. It's only -5 on block, so it doesn't really put Shun'ei into that much trouble from afar. More even round here, but OSWALDACE needs a character kill. There's a super cancel. Gets caught late in the hop. Shun'ei's knuckle, one of the best things about it is that it's really good at catching stray movements, late hops, backdashes, back rolls, all sorts of things, back hops. And he can super cancel from that for some pretty decent damage, and Freezer recognizing the situation there. Pressure here by OSWALDACE. Gets cornered as Freezer rolls out of the corner. Hard knockdown. Safe jump situation here for Freezer. Tried to bait DP maybe. And he's just one hit away from building meter. Got the knockdown, went for a roll mix-up. Another hard knockdown. Relentless pressure here by Freezer, but he keeps his cool even after OSWALDACE skips the corner. There it is. That should be it. Gets the conversion for max mode, and that damage should be more than enough. Freezer with a double OCV win against OSWALDACE here. Not the kind of domination you would anticipate at this tournament, but hey, that's Freezer's experience showing itself. Keeping his cool, very powerful win for him, and he's going to face his VSLASH teammate, WHITEASHX, in the next round. Now, this match right here, when this was drawn, you could see ET, a man who always looked stressed out pretty much all the time, despite how powerful he is. His stress levels rose beyond what anything I've seen from him when he realized he'd been drawn against ZJZ right in the first round of this bracket. And even assuming he wins, he still has to face Lau after that just to be able to make it to the following round. It is an absolutely stacked side of the bracket, very, very strong, and well, that's what you get in invite tournaments where the draw is the way it was today. ET, now, while a lot of people associate ET with Clark, I would argue that his flagship unique character in KOF 14 has actually been Billy Kane, a character who revolves around having one of the longest reaching 4 normals in the game in his far standing C, although it did get a slight nerf in terms of hitbox and hurtbox, but it's still very, very good at what it does. Billy, a character who is a very good poking character, jump C, jump CD, very good air-to-air, air-to-ground moves that he can use to keep control of the opponent. His crouching C, a very good anti-air as well. It allows Billy kind of his own unique brand of space control, and ET has been very, very powerful with that. Definitely the character he's been most known for in KOF 14 overall, I would say. One of his most successful characters. But, of course, he does have a very big roster under his hand that he can use. There are a lot of surprises he might pull out. You can see ET, for a man who is a 2-time EVO champion, the only EVO champion this game has known in its lifetime. He always looks so stressed out, man. There's just something about his demeanor. Very, very down to earth, very, very, really nice guy. Although none of his victims would say that he was that nice to them. All right, so it looks like, yeah, we're getting, yeah, that's a definite button check because nobody Maru does that kind of stuff on defense. Benimaru, another character that ET is known for playing as well, and playing very, very well. ZJZ, he's switched around a lot of characters. Remember, he definitely had a very strong Yuri for a while. I wonder if he still plays her. All right, let's see. Character picks coming in. ET, BLACKWELL ET, Leona. All right, that's another character he's been very, very strong with. Nudged on ZJZ's side. You want to talk about 3.0 characters? We talked about Hyder in the last set, despite not seeing him. Nudged, the most dangerous meterless character in this game. Bar none, easily. There is just no discussion on that right now. Not just drop kicks make her easily the most dangerous meterless character in the game. And I see that Billy has not featured into ET's team. ET putting egg on my face here, but he's got to pick he's got to do what he's got to do. He's gone with Leona, Shune, Benimaru, and ZJZ going with Nudge, Leona, and Hyder. Nudge and Hyder on his team. So Yuri not making it in there either. Although that is a pocket character he might pull out later on if he sees that she might fit the situation better. Benimaru versus Nudge to start. Now, if you're not familiar with Nudge, she might not look all that intimidating right at the beginning of her round, but all that time, she is charging her very powerful drop kicks. There it is. He didn't have enough of a level charge on that to get a better conversion. There's the counter, very well played by ZJZ. You can see right at the beginning, and there's the drop kick again, and you see why she's so dangerous meterless. She can get max mode 1 meter damage or more depending on the level of dropkick charge she has. Benimaru, some would say a former top tier character, still very strong. ET chasing with still one of the best heavy kicks in the game. Yeah, there's the drop kick. That's going to be it. And that's the advantage to playing Nudged, is that ZJZ did not need to spend a single meter because he can just use dropkick charges instead and only spend meter if he needs to super cancel for a hard knockdown or if he needs to do some kind of guard cancel escape. But otherwise, Nudged is a very low meter usage character, but her defensive options aren't the best, and that's one issue that she faces in the matchup right now that she's having against Shune. Air dash pressure here by ET. Great play there. Saw the guard meter going down, expected the roll, and he was right. Gets a hard knockdown mid-screen here. What's he going to go for? And he uses the knuckle. That is one of the best things about Shune's knuckle, is that it's really good at trapping any escape attempts the opponent does on the after Shune's pressure ends. And it gets him a hard knockdown, and it's pretty safe at distance as well. Standing D, and again, he places it there just in case there's an escape attempt, because that distance is safe anyway. You can really only get out with a reversal. Oh, he wanted that DP to prevent the hop over, and instead, for his troubles, he's trapped in the corner with Leona. Backdash meaty setup. But now, ZJZ's in the corner. He's going to eat a lot of damage here, even for just 1 meter. Shune, very, very damaging character. Good blocks here by ZJZ so far, but his guard meter is winding down. Oh, what a catch by ET, but not enough of a conversion after the wall bounce to get the kill. Hops in, the far standing C whiffs, ZJZ potentially anticipating the knuckle coming in instead, and now he is down to Hydern. And as we were discussing earlier, Hydern, arguably the strongest zoner in the game, with a projectile that knocks down any time that it hits. There it is, and also with its very, very high placement on the screen. Oh, what a good roll through, but I want to say that was a close C attempt and not a throw, or close D rather. What a jump by ET, very well placed. That was a read and a half, but it was just so well placed. Oh, he's chasing, that's a knuckle whiff, and that is a really bad situation for Shune. Yeah, Hydern DX DP. It's not safe per se. Oh, what a sweep to get underneath the projectile. ET showing excellent anti-Hydern knowledge already. Oh yeah, there is a gap there. Then ZJZ gets in with that DP, and he still has 4 meters to work with. This is not over, not by a long shot. And especially with Leona only having 900 health to work with, yeah, this is still very, very winnable for ZJZ. Oh, there it is. Is it enough though? Hydern, high health character, 1050 health. I think he's gonna survive this. Yes, he is. Try to chip him out, try to force ZJZ into at least spending some meter to try to get out of there, and still ZJZ not able to make Hydern work out in his favor. Very, very good anti-spacing play by ET. You saw the timings at which he was jumping over the fireball, reading it really well. You saw how he used Shune's sweep to get underneath at a timing ZJZ was not expecting, as ZJZ went in with his pressure and got clipped as he went in. Absolutely monstrous first match by ET, despite coming down the last character, but he showed a lot of things that will make ZJZ very, very worried. Now let's see if he can do better against Nudge. You see Nudge's first Rekka is just such a good hitbox. Great for anti-airing, great for footsies. This is fantastic overall, and it can use it as a frame trap, as you saw there, and it can just combo right into another series of Rekkas if he has at least a second level of dropkick charge. Throw in the corner, excellent pressure here again, and that is going to be it. He's going to be able to use her air command normal, which puts into a juggle state. You see why Nudge is so dangerous meterless, because most of her fantastic conversions from dropkicks don't need meter. She can easily do over half health with no meter, and that is something not any character in the game can really claim. Yeah, not enough charge on that dropkick there. And ZJZ, oh yeah, he's going for the super cancel since he had no dropkick charge. That's a hard knockdown to give him time to charge some more dropkicks. And that is going to be another series of Rekkas into the knockdown. And this second match is going really, really well for ZJZ right now. Oh, the Rekka whiffs. And that is the bad situation for Nudge. Rekkas have a lot of whiff recovery, for sure. And that eliminates the frame trap situation since you're not in front of her. And the mix-up successful again by ET, preventing the escape. He still needs another reset. Throw escape by ZJZ. He would have died there. Really tense situation. ET, he would have gotten chipped out. Oh, he catches the backdash. That's what I was talking about earlier with Shune's knuckle. Really good at catching retreating movements. As long as he gets into the range where the hitbox goes active, he can catch just about any escape attempt there. Now, that was a far-standing CD. Really risky there by ZJZ, but I guess he saw the situation with meterless. Super cancel, you know it. That's it for Shune. Put in so much work in the first match. Now we're gonna get the Leona mirror here. ET, a very accomplished Leona in his own right, as we saw in the first match as well. Alright, AT getting the high ground there. He's gonna get a super cancel for the hard knockdown. What setup does he have going here? Overhead, tries to go for an ambiguous roll mix-up off the overhead. Ooh, that Excalibur whiff, deadly for ZJZ, and that is gonna be it for him. He's gonna have Hydern on 5 meters at full health this time, so he has a lot more to work with against Leona. We'll see if ET can keep up his very good read on how ZJZ is throwing his fireballs right now. ZJZ not allowing mix-up to happen. Nice V-slash to get the hard knockdown, but now very short on meter is ET. Oh, that sweep trade, very crucial potentially, just at least for keeping his space. A lot of EX projectiles being thrown here by ZJZ just to get some space. Oh, too far for the close C to link afterwards. Advantage. Oh, he prevents the escape again. ZJZ has been twitching in that kind of situation so often, and ET has been catching him time after time after time. EX projectile, no, doesn't toss it that time. Potentially waiting for ET to get a read on it. Trying to counteract. Throws him into the corner. Big knockdown situation here for ZJZ. He was in max mode as that standing B connected, so nothing to convert with. And another throw. ET, oh, really tough situation here. The V-slasher, not quick enough from ET there. It was the right move, arguably the best thing he could have done. Really all he could think of, because otherwise he would have had to deal with the chip damage from the projectile. And that would have killed him. 1-1 in this very tight set between two potential champions of this tournament. We go to game 3. And ET's Benimaru has not been having a good time in this Niger matchup so far. He manages to get over. Benimaru with a very high jump that seems to accelerate as it lands sometimes, which allows him to get over some things and punish. And again there, gets caught. Another dropkick series by ZJZ's Nudge. Has him in the corner. Not quite fast enough. Excellent punish there. And there was no frame trap attempt by ZJZ. That is what ET was banking on this time, even though that ZJZ did it last time. Command grab him. Oh, full charge dropkick. Benimaru is very, very dead. The full charge dropkick, as you saw there, is a wall bounce from which Nudge can get a mid-screen jump forward C to juggle into another Rekka series. Very, very damaging opening for her. Pretty much the best she can hope for. Pressure here at Nudge again. You can see how weak she is on the defensive. Guard meter, very well placed guard cancel roll to get a throw punish on ET's landing there. Jump B, so that's a drop kick charge that is being recharged right now. So the D drop kick is probably what he has ready right at this moment. Ooh, what a fantastic use of the air dash to force the whip, and that should be it for Nudge, even without spending any meter. Very optimal play by ET here. Taking out Nudge early. Nudge was really the pace setter for ZJZ in the previous match, and with her out of the picture, ET is going to like his chances a lot more. Oh, that was a standing C that ZJZ has been banking on so often, and when it landed, he didn't have the max mode ready. And a hard knockdown, half health damage on Leona in just that one combo with a jump C cross-up, putting Shune in the corner. ZJZ with the max mode activation. Important for ET to regain the spacing here. The whip punish there by ZJZ. Mid-screen mix-up situation. Didn't try to go for anything fancy there after dying from the Excalibur in a previous match. He was looking for buttons. There it is! Was that a punish on the EX? I definitely have to confirm that, but very well done by ZJZ, anticipating at least that ET might try to move after EX Knuckle there. And now ET down to his Leona. He does have 3 meters to play with, and he will hope that he can conserve all 3 of them for Hydern. But ZJZ might take that decision out of his hands. Yeah, there it is, max mode activation just for pressure purposes. He was going for a trade on the DP, hoping that it would get a counter hit and kill. No counter hit though. Let ZJZ survive just to land 1 more hit. And that is 1 more hit that ET doesn't recover on his health bar as he goes into this final round of this set against ZJZ's Hydern. The father-daughter match here. Oh, the sweep. That was a potential opportunity for ET, not taken. ZJZ has been going to more throws with Hydern since you're so afraid of so much else that he has. Oh, very, very well placed guard cancel low to force a stinger to whiff. Super cancel. Knockdown mid-screen. ZJZ not going for anything risky here. Oh, wow, all those crouch A's. None of them connecting. Hydern not with the fastest normals for sure. There's the DP. That was a big risk. He potentially wouldn't have died. Oh, is that going to connect? It is! ZJZ knocks ET into the loser's bracket with an absolutely fantastic reaction EX Super. My goodness. And this was already a highlight in the first round of the bracket, and you could see why, just with how well both of these guys played. It looked pretty bleak for ZJZ after that first match, but that's what a champion does. Gather himself again, and now he will go on to face Lau in the second round of this bracket. And the next match we have, you want to talk about potential champions in this bracket, KOF DOUYU XIAOHAI. Arguably the flagship player of this series in general for a lot of people. Just a legendary historical champion in more than one KOF game. Definitely very well known for KOF 98. A lot of people are very well versed in XIAOHAI's talent in that game. They're very well familiar with what he's done there and the one-handed challenges he's taken out some players with. VIOLENTKAIN, definitely a champion in his own right. Very, very powerful player. In KOF 13, he was known for being one of the best users of the Flame Iori Infinite, and he was the first player to really win a major with it, defeating, now this is a player I really miss watching, Mysterio. Hope you're doing well, my friend. He defeated Mysterio with his Flame Iori, and it was definitely one of the most fantastic tournament sets we watched back in the day for KOF 13.
Some Red Bull if you want. Yes, there's some Red Bull if you want something right under there. So, okay, yeah, those are for you guys.
Alright, thank you. So hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. If you've just joined us, you're watching the NEOGEO World Tour Global Finals in King of Fighters 14 here at the Hong Kong Esports Festival. This is the final stop of Season 1 of the NEOGEO World Tour. We will also have King of Fighters 98 after King of Fighters 14 concludes. That should be at 3 p.m. Hong Kong time, which is exactly 3 hours from now if you're trying to set what corresponds to that in your local time zone. As a reminder, the players we have coming up are VIOLENTKAIN, who qualified in Costa Rica, versus KOF DOUYU XIAOHAI, who qualified as the SNK China invite for this tournament. There he is, XIAOHAI, and there is VIOLENTKAIN in the red Fatal Fury shirt. VIOLENTKAIN has stuck by classic KOF protagonist Kyo and Iori for most of KOF 14, but that something is not changing now. XIAOHAI, oh, I guess he's added nudged, and we've got nudged on XIAOHAI's side as well. Shune nudged Iori for XIAOHAI. Oh, okay. Okay, so I see VIOLENTKAIN is going to Shune rather than Iori. So Kyo Shune nudged versus Iori Shune nudged for this set. XIAOHAI on the player 1 side versus VIOLENTKAIN on the player 2 side. Shune mirrors to start us off here. Shune, definitely a very popular point character. Strong meterless damage, as well as strong 1 meter damage, makes him very, very popular up here. Pressure here. All right, nice far standing beat by XIAOHAI to put VIOLENTKAIN in the corner. Oh, forces a close C whiff. XIAOHAI immediately in there right now with the pressure. Very confident that VIOLENTKAIN isn't going to attempt an anti-air with this pressure right now. Now VIOLENTKAIN gets a corner situation. What a whiff punish, but XIAOHAI not quite converting there. And VIOLENTKAIN with a huge early opening. Huge damage. You can see Shune with for just 1 meter how much he can do. Tense moments here. VIOLENTKAIN has XIAOHAI in the corner. Gets him with a sweep. Oh, the whiff right over the crouch B that XIAOHAI did. And he manages to immediately confirm from that and takes the first round. And the first Rekka attempt by VIOLENTKAIN doesn't land as his nudge comes in. Knockdown. This is where Nudge could potentially just die under Shune pressure. Fantastic usage of the super. That is her 1 defensive option she can use. And it's very good at preventing cross-ups as well. He attempted the Rekka to try to catch a hop, but he saw a jump instead. And now he's trapped in the corner under all this Shune pressure. Uses Nudge jump C, which is a cross-up only aerial. But there's the catch by XIAOHAI, and VIOLENTKAIN's Nudge is out of there. VIOLENTKAIN down to just his kill. This is the character he trusts the most. This is the character he's anchored from the very beginning. That's a bad close B whiff. Kyo's far standing B usually a very good poke overall, but his close B not so much. All right, opportunity here to kill Shune. And VIOLENTKAIN finally gets a little point on the match board here, but he's gonna need a lot more work to be able to take this all the way down to XIAOHAI's Iori. And he's got to deal with Nudged himself. And Kyo, being a very hop-oriented character, likes doing a lot of hop pressure. Nudged Rekka very well suited to stopping that. Oh, opportunity here. And there's the chance for XIAOHAI to get a super cancel for the hard knockdown. Anti-cross-up DP. You have to input that the other way, as VIOLENTKAIN just did. Chance for him here. And he goes for a full super cancel combo for the hard knockdown. 1 more touch to do it if he manages to get it. He was anticipating an escape with that far standing B. You want XIAOHAI to run into it. Solid play by VIOLENTKAIN so far, but it all comes down to his 1 opening right here. And XIAOHAI takes it off that 1 cross-up. And that is what fighting Nund is like. Any advantage you have in the life bars really is only window dressing unless you're able to kill her. All she needs is 1 chance, meter, no meter. As long as she has a dropkick charge, all she needs is that 1 opening. And it looks like VIOLENTKAIN is dropping Shune. He had a decent start with him, I thought, but I guess this is the team you trust the most. And Iori is a character he's stuck with for a very long time, so I guess this makes more sense for him. Obviously, XIAOHAI has to stick to his same team from the first round. Shune nudged Iori. Here we go, game 2. Shunei versus Iori to start us out. Iori, not a character you typically see on point, typically reserved for anchor, but VIOLENTKAIN, in his particular playstyle and the way he uses Kyo, he prefers to have meter with him. Even though Kyo is typically a popular point character himself. That was a very good catch on the command backdash by XIAOHAI. If anybody knows the Iori matchup over the years, it's gotta be XIAOHAI. Too far there for the Rekkas to connect, but continues with it. Basically trapping XIAOHAI's attempt to try to punish. There's the opening for VIOLENTKAIN. Opportunity for him to get a hard knockdown and try to continue the pressure from there. Ambiguous roll cross up there, but not quite anything gotten off of it. Oh, is that going to catch? No, too slow! And not close enough for that attempt at a close C to connect from VIOLENTKAIN. The jump CD not quite planted in the right spot. And XIAOHAI with an opportunity here from this hard knockdown. DP, he went for the disrespect. He had a lot of reason to go for that. Shuneis tend to definitely try to bulldoze their way through, but XIAOHAI definitely reading that properly and getting the punish to take out VIOLENTKAIN's Iori. So not too different of a start there, but now it's his nudge that's going to need to try to get something a little bit different. That's a couple of crouch Bs, so not the B dropkick being charged right now, at least. Yeah, it looks like VIOLENTKAIN only wants to have one dropkick charge. That's going to be it. If he gets a super cancel in there, that's going to do it. VIOLENTKAIN with a much better start to this second match. At least he's at parity in terms of characters, taking it to second versus second, but oh god. Nudged versus nudged. Nudged a 950 health character, so not the highest of health. And you better believe that whoever gets the first big dropkick opening is gonna take this. And it's gonna be VIOLENTKAIN getting the first opening here, going for a 2-meter super cancel to put it down to a one-touch kill situation. And does he have the second dropkick charge? That's going to do it. That was the third level of dropkick with the high spinning knockdown. That's just below the fourth level, which is the wall bounce. VIOLENTKAIN, you saw how quickly that round went. 2 openings, 2 dropkicks, done. And as part of why Nudged is a character that you'll very rarely, if ever, see go to max mode. Speaking of max mode, Iori with the far D max mode punish on Nudged's very punishable second Rekka. VIOLENTKAIN didn't trust himself to try to frame trap with a third one. Oh, there it is. Gets the opening. And he puts a lot of damage on the board with this. Already almost 60% just from that one Rekka landing. And another. There's the wall bounce. That's going to do it. No, that wasn't the right follow-up. But still, VIOLENTKAIN goes over that DP. And he manages to land the punish, winning this game to put it at 1-1. And I guess if we're going to define the way this set has gone so far, it's really been about which Nudged has gained the momentum. XIAOHAI managed it in the first match, VIOLENTKAIN in the second. Let's see how the third one goes. Could we have XIAOHAI knocked into the loser's bracket in the very first round? VIOLENTKAIN. He originally was not going to participate in 98 today to focus purely on 14, but as we can see right now, he seems still plenty focused on 14. The conversion not quite panning out for him there. Was that maybe some 13 muscle memory there? I don't recall that if that combo works in 14. Not many people use it, if at all. Yeah, he didn't try to DP in between. His guard gauge really whittling down here. VIOLENTKAIN has to get out of the corner. A lot of command backdashes, try to maintain the space. XIAOHAI having no more of that. That's his meter and his life forfeit on that DP attempt. He believed fully with all his heart that it would land, but XIAOHAI had other ideas, blocking it and getting the full punish to knock his Iori out of there. And XIAOHAI with a very heavy advantage going into this now. There's the first opening, but only a level 1 dropkick. VIOLENTKAIN's nudge trapped in the corner. This is the situation that she struggled with the most, but there's one jab. And he's going to be able to utilize a couple of meters. That should do it for XIAOHAI's Shunei. VIOLENTKAIN has not been shy about spending meters only on super cancels, and it's been working very, very well for him so far. And here we go again. It's the pivotal point, potentially, of this set. Nudge versus Nudge. Immediate backdash and start charging drop kicks. XIAOHAI draws first blood. Doesn't want to spend his drop kicks yet. And there's the opening, and that should do it with a super cancel. Absolutely. XIAOHAI, 2 openings, and that did it. A very common focus play here by XIAOHAI's Nudge, taking out VIOLENTKAIN's Nudge. And it's all down to Kyo now. Oh, that was a whiffed Rekka. That was an opportunity for VIOLENTKAIN. DP just to maintain the momentum. You've really got to stay on Nudge, not give her an opportunity. Oh, XIAOHAI wasn't quite sure of his dropkick level, or maybe he waited to try to do that cross-up attempt he just did. Either way, now he's trapped in the corner. That trade really crucial, not allowing VIOLENTKAIN in. Oh, big opportunity. Nudge Farsi definitely has a lot of whiff frames on it. Oh, a double corner Orochinage combo by VIOLENTKAIN. He's always been known as a very flashy player when it comes to his combos. Ah, he was going for a guard break setup. That was an opportunity, but XIAOHAI placed a decision in VIOLENTKAIN's hands on whether or not to spend meter, because just the far D would not have been enough. I guess a Rekka series could have been enough. Oh, opportunity! Is it a wall bounce? This is gonna be it if XIAOHAI doesn't drop it, and that's it. XIAOHAI drops VIOLENTKAIN into the loser's bracket, and again, in almost a mirror image of how the first match ended, just one cross-up hop by XIAOHAI into the wall bounce drop kick, level 4, and that does it. And XIAOHAI, for winning that, gets to face Luis Cha in the second round of the bracket. So our bracket's shaping up very nicely right now. The next match we have will be VSLASH ZANTETSU, the captain of the VSLASH UAE-based team, going up against SANWA M-. ZANTETSU being a K-Dash fan himself, although he has dropped the character in recent times, he's a fan, of course, of M-, the player. So he's going to have to get over being starstruck in order to face M- in this set. But of course, ZANTETSU's an experienced tournament player. Being starstruck is not something that'll affect him too much, he'll hope. So you guys are already seeing just how powerful the level of KOF 14 is at this tournament. And it's only going to keep getting better as we go on, guys, so don't go away. Of course, just to remind you guys, this tournament is occurring as part of the Hong Kong Esports Festival, which includes a lot of other games going on right now. I see League of Legends, I see Street Fighter 5 going on as well as part of the Capcom Pro Tour. So there are a lot of very high profile events across a lot of games occurring right here at this venue at the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Center in Wan Chai. All right, now I'm not fully alert to what ZANTETSU's picks might be today because he has been going through a bit of a character changing phase as 3.0 dropped, but this is one character he's stuck by from day one, and no reason not to. Kula is still a very capable point character. Yuri, another one of his staple characters, he is sticking to her as well, it seems. M- has not locked in any picks yet. We saw him already pick K- in the first round. All right, so he's got Shunei still. High turn on Zantetsu's side. I remember when we met in Oman about a month or so ago, he has been learning high turn for since 3.0 dropped, so we'll see how much time he's put into that. M dash starting with Shunei as he did prior. And he's still got K-Dash on Iori as he did in his first round match against Song. Now Zantetsu is starting high turn, potentially trying to zone out Shunei. Now I believe he's been getting some Shunei practice in the UAE, so I wonder how familiar he is with the pressure he's going to face here. All right, command grab mix-ups, and he takes a bit of health into his own there. No anti-air there by Zantetsu. And plants a projectile immediately. Keeping it calm and controlled. Oh, high turn sweep. Very, very whiff punishable. And there it is again. He went for it a second time. Zantetsu maybe showing a bit of nerves with that. A couple of stray back jumps there. Zantetsu trying to regain space. He's trying to regain it very, very desperately at this point. Yeah, there's the gap, but he didn't try to utilize it since not all Shuneis will go for it there. And a great whiff punish there with the knuckle by M dash after what was a very rough first round for him, but he manages to just barely take it. Jump B from Kula. The B button from Kula in general, just one of her staple buttons on the ground and in the air, standing and crouching. Oh, Zantetsu completely flubbing his roll attempt through that super. Gets crossed up there. Guard cancel roll. Zantetsu not feeling, trying to get through that pressure with a DP. Crouch C, bit of a trade there, but he keeps the corner. Yeah, he didn't try to go for the chip damage attempts just in case a guard cancel roll came. Good controlled play by Zantetsu Kula to take out M-Dash's Shunei. Now M-Dash, of course, the character that he's based his name off of, K-Dash, coming in. Kula, that is a bit of a unique advantage she has, a far cancelable heavy, which gives her very powerful whiff punish capabilities, both with and without meter. But especially meterless, of course. No attempt to reflect the projectile there by Zantetsu. Potentially thinking M-Dash will be wise to that. Lay spin, and he goes into the follow-up there, frame trapping M-Dash's attempt at a punish, or at least his attempt to gain an advantage. Yeah, there's a reflect. Oh, and he stops it there. What a conversion there by M-Dash into the 2-meter super cancel to take out Kula. He's recognized that she's a threat in Zantetsu's hands. Takes her out. Yuri, a character we saw a lot more of in the previous version of the game before the patch, before the power that some of the other characters have received. Oh, what a conversion there. Just into a far C off the dive kick. And you're going to see a ton of damage here. Zantetsu, this is one of the characters he's really kept with from the very beginning. M-Dash having no more of that. DP's out of the corner. Yuri's crouching C. It did get nerfed a little bit in speed, but its hitbox still very, very high up there. Very, very good anti-air. Oh, he tried to use the jump D to try to cross up the anti-air attempt, but M-Dash waited and caught that landing. Those EX triggers, very, very scary. Good DP by Zantetsu, and a crouching C anti-air. Zantetsu takes M-Dash down to his last character. He'll recover a decent amount of health, but not much. He still has 4 meters to work with, so this is still very, very doable. But he needs to get a pressure series going. A little bit of air fireball spacing here. Ooh, that was a big opportunity for M-Dash, but he didn't convert with a far-standing D. Zantetsu just goes in there, taking the advantage of the lull in the positioning, but M-Dash manages to catch there with a full max mode confirmed. And that is going to be it for the first game. M-Dash 1-0 over Zantetsu so far in this 2 out of 3 set. No character switches, no order switches. We're going straight into game 2. So Zantetsu's hydrant started off pretty well, but started to have some issues when M-Dash started figuring out his zoning rhythm and his button rhythm. So let's see if he manages to adjust in time. There's a knuckle, plants him on the ground. Yeah, easy anti-air there for Zantetsu, plants a projectile well, and you see that's what happens when you get hit by Headers projectile. It's a reset into the favorite zoning position, but a great anti-DP punish there by M-Dash using Shunei's hard-standing D. Had the corner for a little bit, but Zantetsu manages to regain positioning. And again, his timing on anti-airs has not been good, and he pays for it with his life. And now Kula has a lot more work to do than she did last time. Neutral hop B, and Zantetsu's getting a little bit trigger happy with his DPs. And there's the cross up. Catches properly. Zantetsu another escape roll. But the combo drop here by M-Dash potentially giving Zantetsu a chance, but he only takes it to drop his own combo. Oh, frame trap after the EX lay spin. Decent amount of damage there. Really needed it, Zantetsu. Oh, a frame trap into 1 inch. But important trade for M-Dash. Guard gauge running really low for M-Dash here. But manages with a little bit of pressure to stay alive. Oh, that was a DP, but pretty hard to react to that at a distance. Big trade there for M-Dash. Oh, that was a whiff, but Zantetsu not quite deep enough to confirm. Still manages to take out Shunei. Still with a lot of work to do here, Zantetsu. Not quite a lot of meter. He's only about to build one. What placement on that neutral hop CD by M-Dash. Hops in with the jump B. He just wanted anything, even a trade. Kula's standing B, typically one of the best anti-hop normals in the game, but M-Dash electing to throw an early hitbox, even a trade with it would have been enough. And now Zantetsu's Yuri has all this work to do, 2 full health characters to take out. Great anti-air by M-Dash. What a cross-up roll. And now he's gonna take Zantetsu all the way to the corner. 1 meter super cancel to keep a second for if he lands a hit now. Meaty triggers, and there's the plus frames, but oh, wow. Tried to keep up his pressure a little bit too heartily there, M-Dash. Opportunity, gets the cross up, but wasn't deep enough to combo Zantetsu. Was that his last chance? Oh, what a conversion there. And he saves the meter. Just about saves the meter. He still had the demon flip into the air command grab for the kill if he needed it. Didn't need it still. And now Yuri against the Yuri. Can Zantetsu still clutch this out? See Fireball preventing M-Dash from approaching. Zantetsu knows though that 1 hit is enough for M-Dash to get the win. Risky jump in. Oh, what a follow through by M-Dash, catching the landing on that air Fireball. Oh, the mix-up attempt here by Zantetsu. Oh, that's gonna do it? Is it enough? Yeah, very little scaling on that opener. Super cancel off that standing B after opening up max mode. Very well done by M-Dash. And he puts Zantetsu into the loser's bracket, advancing into the 3rd round on the winner's side. Valiant effort by Zantetsu there, but M-Dash just a little bit too strong. It has already been an absolutely fantastic tournament, but it's only going to get better. So I see that WHITEASH has stepped up, and he is going up against his VSLASH teammate, Freezer of Morocco. WHITEASH, of course, a Pakistani native who resides in the United Arab Emirates. Yeah, hello guys. Nice to finally see you all. This Fro greeting you here from Hong Kong. Tweet me at Fro Fighters if there's anything you want to tell me. But as of right now, let's stick to what's going on here in this tournament. Here at the Hong Kong Esports Festival, let's point in the right direction. There we go. It is an absolutely fantastic event. I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing over here, but you will get to see just how majestic the final stage is going to be when we get up there. As of right now, we're going to have this VSLASH team kill match between WHITEASH and Freezer. Now, WHITEASH at the beginning of the game was definitely known for his Nakoruru, Mien, and Athena team. That is a team he made a top 8 of EVO with. He still plays Nakoruru. That is still one of his staple characters that he has not dropped and or has not even rotated out. But he has learned Nudged. Now I gotta wonder who his other character is gonna be. Athena has definitely been one of his strongest characters overall. And a character he's shown a lot of very strong mix-up potential with over the years. I mean, Angel? I don't think so. And definitely not King of Dinosaurs. All right, Leona, Hyder, and Shune for Freezer, as expected on his side. So Athena, as I mentioned earlier, is a character that he's probably considering. And he's gone to Mien instead. So Nakoruru, Nejd, and Mien. I can anticipate that Mien is very likely to go first, but in that case, he will have the issue of the Shune matchup. Shune, a character who I believe is very, very well suited to fighting Mien. Very good at what he can do to convert when catching her from her dive kick movements. For those who don't know, the way Mien works is she has a directional command jump that she can use. And from that, she does a dive kick. She can do 2 dive kicks out of each jump. And every time she either hits or gets a dive kick blocked, she can proceed to refresh that supply of drop kicks. And he is going with Mien first, as expected, but now he does have the Shune matchup to contend with. Shune also has aerial mobility, not quite on par with Mien's, but he's one of the better suited characters to fighting her for sure. Another thing, now Shune as well with his DP and his knuckle, very good at catching Mien's landing frames. The landing is another trouble spot for Mien. When she lands, she has a forced landing recovery from her dive kicks. She's in the corner now, a very weak character defensively. Oh, well, yeah, you saw there. Freezer moving to the other side, catching the landing frames. Freezer, of course, very familiar with WHITEASH as a teammate, and he's been doing really well, placing a lot of early jump CDs to catch the dive kicks that have been coming straight at him. WHITEASH, not that I'm trying to make excuses for him, but he might be dealing with some exhaustion since he's the player who came into Hong Kong last due to some ongoing visa issues that he had to deal with. But still, he's a very talented player. Don't count him out just yet. This is still only the first round. Goes for the super cancel. Didn't have enough dropkick level charge for him to feel comfortable converting. DP by Freezer, and he uses a D throw to regain corner positioning. Freezer with a very strong start with his Shune. And he goes for the mid-screen reset by jumping and canceling into the air dash. Oh, full drop kick, and he has meter to end this if he so desires. Level 1 super cancel, and that WHITEASH has shown a lot of proficiency with Nudge in the times that I've seen him play her, and he's definitely going to be very, very scary with her. Hyder now. For all of his zoning prowess, he still has to deal with Nudge just like anybody else once she gets in. And that was a punish opportunity there for Freezer. He could have gone for a crouch B into max mode. Didn't quite take it. Resets to try to go for the overhead. Hydran's overhead, one of the biggest issues with it was absolutely massive recovery frames. He wanted to make him land in that, did Freezer. Opportunity, super cancel, not enough. Yeah, there it is. The Hydran, for how scary he is zoning, his normals, especially his heavies, have a lot of recovery frames that are easily abused for whiff punishes in a game where whiff punishes can be absolutely deadly. Oh, very bad earring timing there for Freezer. But WHITEASH didn't have enough of a dropkick level charge to take him all the way to the corner. All right, not going for Excalibur there. First Rekka only. No back roll that time, thinking Freezer might catch on. Freezer was moving forward, and there's the dropkick. And he's gonna be able to combo to a second series here. Half-life health for no meter, let me remind you. He wanted the knockdown off the overhead, did Freezer there. Still a tense situation. What was looking like a great start for Freezer, all of a sudden, he's down to his last character. Oh, he threw that. He anticipated maybe the running slash. He wanted to catch that landing. Oh, there's the catch on the roll, and that's gonna do it. Super cancel. WHITEASH with what was essentially a nudged OCV. Very well done there, WHITEASH. Really keeping his nerve, not letting any of the potential exhaustion he has show. And he's, as I was mentioning earlier, he almost didn't make it here. He was this close to not being here due to some really finicky visa issues. As soon as he got confirmed, he immediately booked and came over. It was a very, very tense situation for him up until the last minute. We almost lost one of the most talented players in this bracket for sure. One of the most talented players in the world. Then again, saying most talented in this bracket is like talking about any player in this bracket. It is really that stacked. So, Freezer now bringing in Nudged on his side. And it seems like we're getting a bit of a definitive theme for this tournament right now. And he's starting with Nudge. Basically, he wants the one-touch kill factor. Mian wasn't an issue for him in the first match. Shune dealt with her really well, but it looks like he's gonna go for the nudge rushdown. Oh wow, shuts up that roll escape attempt. WHITEASH just gets out anyway as soon as he sees the jump. Now Nudge, I'm not sure how well equipped she's going to be to handle Mian's unique movement, but he does have the counters to work with, so I guess that's one thing. Of course, Nudge does have to aim her counters. Her counters do come out at different levels. All right, well done. Catches the tail end of that landing. Yeah, you see the drop kicks are getting refreshed with each and every time they land, and WHITEASH slowly getting back into this round. Ah, the landing. Excellent spacing there by Freezer. And a fantastic punish to match. See, if you're trying to learn how to fight Mian, Freezer is showing you absolutely fantastic examples. Take down your notes. Opens up with a super. WHITEASH potentially looking for a Rekka or something there. He's not averse to some really gutsy hard reads, is WHITEASH. Jump B is a staple of the way he likes to use Nudge. He mostly charges D drop kicks and likes to use Jump B to have it as an air-to-air option. That didn't quite land properly enough for Freezer to get a super cancel. Oh, there's the wall bounce. Takes him out of the corner. And since he typically doesn't have the B drop kick charge, he elects to just go for a super cancel instead. And meter isn't that valuable for Nudge, so spending a little bit of it here and there isn't a big issue for her. Oh wow, that was a chance. That was a chance. But since that's kind of the quirk with Nudge is that she likes to combo into dropkick so much that just going into max mode isn't the most intuitive thing for her players. An opportunity here for Freezer to get some pressure going on Nudge, and that should do it. And just elects to go for a safe ending. His juggle timing was feeling a little bit off on how he started that. And WHITEASH with his anchor Nakaruru, that's who he's anchored from the very beginning, and he has not really gone back on that. Fantastic spacing there to get the knuckle to come out, and rather the hitbox on the knuckle not to come out, and him to be able to whiff punish. Manages to get in with the EX slide. Immediately latches onto Mamahaha, try to use the invincibility frames, but Freezer very alert to that and gets a hit. Tries to whiff punish using Mamahaha there. What a standing V timing there by Freezer. He's gonna be able to push all the way to the corner. Gonna go for a reset. Tough situation for WHITEASH here. Ooh, that was dangerous. WHITEASH not confirming. He did a max mode confirm while in max mode, so obviously nothing going there. Uses the crouch C. Freezer twitched and gets caught. And he's down to Hider now. Let's see if he can use Nakaru's tricky movement. And he can use staying up top to try to get over the projectile. But of course, you gotta wonder how predictable can that get and how ready can Freezer be for it. Max mode activation. What a timing there to escape. Oh, count him as a cross-up. Big opportunity here for WHITEASH to gain a pretty good advantage here. Takes a bit of chip damage to finish. Yeah, you see how huge the X projectile is. He has to actively stay high up. Oh, what a conversion there from Stan CD in the corner. He's gonna use the meter to get Freezer out of there. Oh no! Big drop there by WHITEASH. An absolutely uncharacteristic and huge drop, costing him the set win. And Freezer, he's gonna thank his lucky stars on this one because he was dead. WHITEASH flubbing that combo completely after an excellent pressure series off a raw max mode activation.
Stage select.
Wow, that was the last thing I expected to happen in that situation. I'm still in a little bit of shock, guys. All right, but here we go, game 3. WHITEASH is gonna have to cleanse that out of his system pretty fast, because otherwise he could find himself in the loser's bracket. His Mian has not had much joy in this set so far, and he has not elected to go to Athena. Opportunity here for the max mode confirm. But you can see Mian not the most damaging character. Massive plus frames on that. Freezer tries to go for the throw to try to force the situation there. Oh, they're using the sweeps. Oh, again and again and again. You're not escaping. Opportunity maybe, but too far for a punish. Mian's normal's not the farthest reaching. Getting a decent amount of chip damage. Oh, he wanted that drop kick landing punish. Ah, that was too slow. Too slow to catch, and the hitbox not quite far out enough. And WHITEASH finally gets a win on the board as Mian. Just when he needed it the most. And a great opening here against Shunei. He's just going berserk right now with the drop kicks. Rather than trying to play cautiously with them, he's going for a much better rushdown. All right, but that was, again, Freezer, the same catch he did before. Is he going to super cancel for the kill? No, it might not have killed anyway. Guard cancel rolls. Ah, there's the cross-up. Put himself in a cross-uppable situation. Did WHITEASH. Very well played there by Freezer. He cannot allow Mian to get too much steam there. Didn't catch the roll there, did WHITEASH. Yeah, Shunei's punch throw, not the best in terms of advantage. Oh wow, that was, yeah, that didn't catch quite full, but he just wanted the hard knockdown. He's still DP by Freezer into super cancel on his end. Oh, opportunity, never mind. No drop kick ready, or he might have just flubbed the cancel. And if he did, that is really bad news. WHITEASH, frame trap all the way to the third Rekka. Is that nudge dead? You better believe it. And WHITEASH, from almost winning the set, is now facing a trip down to the loser's bracket if his Nakaruru cannot clutch this out. Oh wow, he saw a jump back, he did not see an air dash back. Great by Freezer to use the trajectory to fool WHITEASH. WHITEASH trying to find the opportunity to get in. Oh, gets caught there. Escapes with the DP, but Freezer ready for it. And that is going to be huge damage. Hard knockdown. WHITEASH. Oh, never mind. Woke up with a crouch B. Punish on the DP there. He's going to go into a climax. Is it enough for a kill, though? Nakaruru, not the highest damaging character. Yeah, there you have it. And it's not the best knockdown for her either. Freezer is building a lot of meter, putting pressure on WHITEASH to try to finish the round quickly. If it goes under 20 seconds, the health recovery, if WHITEASH wins the round, is going to be so low. Catches the standing D with the slide, but you see how little health he has left, and he's not going to have much more than that. Right around a little over 20%, maybe, at best. Yeah, there it is. Nakaruru, only a 900 health character. Yeah, he has to direct himself upwards to avoid the EX projectile, and that's the problem. And he doesn't know where to go. WHITEASH in a lot of trouble here, but Freezer not punishing. He could have rolled to punish that. As soon as he saw it, if Freezer gets another raw max mode activation, this is a very difficult comeback for WHITEASH now. What a rollback! Very, very tense moments for WHITEASH. Oh, he doesn't quite get in close enough with the slide. He had the read, but he didn't have the distance.